We're live, folks. Welcome back to the Shout Out Gratitude stream. I'm here with my awesome coworker, Christina Gorton. Not Gordon, even though when I say it
Yes,
fast, it sounds like Gordon. It's Gorton, Gorton. How you doing today, Christina?
pretty good, Back on the stream. We're getting lots of streaming in today.
Yeah. It's a Streamapalooza for anybody that knows that Palooza reference, I guess. Yeah, so we're all about. It's hard to believe we're starting week 3 of Hacktoberfest. Is that right? Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yes,
yeah. I guess the first week of Hacktoberfest was like a few days because
short.
the first was on a Thursday. But yeah, we're into week 3 and we're doing shout outs and gratitudes and thank yous and high fives. Well, socially distanced high fives like this maybe or little elbow tap virtually. Anyways, I gotta stop rambling here. Before we get started, you want to just say hi and introduce yourself again for folks that might be new on the stream?
Yep, I am Christina Gorton. I am the open source community manager at Dev. We have kicked off my journey into Dev with Hacktoberfest, so that is what I've been doing for the last month that I've been here. And yeah, that's me. Nick, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Nick Taylor with a slightly crooked nose. Check out one of my recent tweets at Nicotia Online on Twitter. Um, I'm a senior software engineer at Forem. Forem is the software that powers Dev, aka dev.to. You can find us on github.com/forum, FOREM/forum. There's other repositories, but Forem is the main code base that powers Dev. So I guess we'll get started with our shout outs to our awesome community members that have been contributing to the code base. Do you want
Yeah, we
to
had a
kick it
lot
off?
this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot this week, which is really great. We had a full week and we got a lot of contributors. So, starting off, I posted a link to a gratitude post we also did on Dev if you want to look at it. But first, we had Rachel Wright Munn who contributed. She added a Twitch liquid tag, and she'll actually be working on that some more with us on Thursday. So, she's going to be coming on and pair programming with Nick about this, but she made that PR this week and it was merged.
Cool. I'm just gonna share the post here for us. I
Yep,
somehow lost your face in the process, but
that's okay. No one needs to
anyways.
see me.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You're hiding. You're hiding. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So that was from Rachel, and then moving on there, we were going to. Uh, I'm gonna assume last name's Cote, like French. So James Cote. They had a PR for removing code link style, so it uses the default link color. And yeah, you can like Christina said. I think you pasted the article in the chat. Is that what you had done?
Yep. Hmm.
Okay, cool. So you can
Yep.
check out all these awesome PRs that got in. You want to move on, giving the shout out to the next?
Yep. And if we say any of these names incorrectly, we apologize in advance, but we're going to try hard to say them correctly. So the next one is Bruno Sousa, refactoring user controller, separating some classes to service. They put this PR in. It was a refactor, which is nice. And that one got merged as well. So great job. Oh, he actually had two. So, and
Oh,
then
nice,
they
nice.
also did a move method approved liquid tags to user service. So this was another refactor as well. So they got two in this week that also got merged.
Cool, cool. All right, next up we've got Drew Bragg. The PR title doesn't give much explanation here, but I remember reviewing this. What happens is if you have multiple tabs open and you get a notification in Connect, which is the chat portion of Forum, uh, you get notified of your own you get notified of your own notification. Like if I were to type in one of the browser windows, "Hey Christina" in the Connect, if I had the other tab open, I believe it would say there was a new message, but from myself. So
Uh,
that's I'm pretty sure that's
Gotcha.
what that was. Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Moving on next. So thanks for that, Drew.
Yeah, so
Okay, so
next, I
next,
could
yeah.
not find the last name anywhere, so I just put their name, and we also linked to their GitHub, but their name is Lito. That's the only name I could find. And it was a bug fix. Feedback message. That message is required on backend, but not required on the front end, which was the rest of the PR there. And so that was a bug fix.
Yeah, cool, cool. Next we got Andrew Bone. I know, well, I don't know Andrew, but I know him through our repository. I know they've been making a lot of contributions in the front end recently, so that's linked to 20 is his handle on GitHub. So this one was just adding the scroll to the anchor. So I believe that's just scrolling to where you have an anchor tag on a page. I'm pretty sure that's what that was all about. And there was also some documentation updates, which always lets me give a shout out to say contributing to documentation is very important. Never let
Mm.
anybody tell you that you're not doing real work. It's totally incorrect. It's just as valuable. And I don't mean like
Yep.
adding a period or something like if you I mean that can be helpful too in terms of grammar and stuff, but uh,
Readability. Yeah.
yeah, readability, proper instructions in the documentation on how to do stuff. So shout out to Andrew for doing those admin password changes in the docs. Hopefully there's no pasted admin password in the documentation. Oh, and he's got another one. And then the other one was this is a CSS fix. So if you have long text, it goes outside of Crayons card. Crayons is our design system. So I'm guessing there was a yeah, okay, so it's talking about word break. So it's just it was a CSS fix to handle that. So shout out to Andrew for all those awesome PRs, and we'll move it along.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. He had 3 PRs that ended up getting merged, so thank you. The next would be Timothy Ning, and it was connect, which is kind of our chat, highlight at mentions to logged in user, and this was a feature that they helped add. So, and that also got merged. So thank you.
Cool, cool. All right, I just lost my browser window. Okay, here we go. Next up, we have some more, another front end PR that was merged from Robin Gagnon. He's from Montreal, where I live. This one was when you're typing in the Connect chat, pressing enter should submit the message and then also clear the input. I guess the bug, I remember reviewing this for a little bit, but I think the issue was the messages were always being submitted, but the text wasn't being cleared in the text area. So thanks for that, Robin. Cool. Let's move
Yeah.
along.
Yeah, and if as we're going through these, Nick, if you have any more context, because I know you've reviewed some of these, feel free to jump in on the ones that I'm mentioning as well. Okay, I
Cool,
did get
cool.
to review this. I didn't review it, but I looked at it a little bit because I was looking at this next PR, and it looked like they went through a lot of steps. It might have been one of their first times contributing, and they went through a lot of things, a lot of changes, and they did a great job. So the name is, I didn't see necessarily a last name, Manaswini or Manaswini, and they did remove tab index of -1 on upload image and put in the a post editor. And I think that was their initial thought. So that was the name of this PR, but I think they went through a lot of iterations and a lot of changes on what they actually did here.
Yeah,
So that's a good PR to kind of look at and see where people are communicating back and forth if you want to get an idea of how we communicate with people at Forem on doing a PR. So that was a good one.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was an accessibility issue fix,
Mm-hmm.
and just we'll post a link to the accessibility stream Christina I did on raise.dev stream a couple weeks ago. But just a reminder that accessibility is super important. It's a feature. It's not a feature. It's like a requirement. You have to do it. So I won't candy coat it. We have accessibility issues in Forem, but between the team and some great contributors, we're knocking those down one by one. So thanks a lot for that. Um, cool. Let's move on to Christopher Ray. They added a PR for adding a section for series and collections. So series are if you've written at least 2 blog posts on dev, you can do something called a series where I'll show you a quick example here. And I'm not doing this
The
to
gratitude
promote my.
posts are a
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
Or you could do yours. Go ahead,
Uh,
Nick.
no, that's not. I completely forgot this was a gratitude. Definitely not trying to promote myself here. So you can see here at the top it says Hacktober Forum Contributions 2-part series. So in the settings, I can't edit this one, but if we come to a new post, I'll just show you quickly in case people aren't aware of this feature. You can write your post, and then when you're ready, you can come in here and you can choose an existing series. So I have a bunch that I use, but you can also create a new one. And then as soon as you have more than one post with that series tagged on those 2 posts, or at least 2 posts, you will see the little widget at the top of your post like you see in the Hacktoberfest thank you post here. Uh, Collection, I'll be honest, I'm not sure what a collection is versus a series. I might have to look that
I
up.
don't either. I think they
So,
explained it in this PR at some point. I
uh,
did look at this a little bit, but yeah, I wasn't 100% sure either.
okay, I'm thinking, looking at the description of the PR, I think they might have just called it collection slash series. So maybe it is just that. I'm not positive, but another reason to check out the pull request. Um, Cool. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
let you take the next one there, Christina.
Okay, so then our next one we have Rafael. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your all's names. I will start reaching out to people beforehand because I don't like doing that. Okay, Rafael Trojanowaski. I don't know if you want to attempt that, Nick. You may be able to say it better, but and that's also their GitHub username, and it's Articles API filtering by tags, and this was a feature that they wanted to add in to the Articles API.
Cool, that's awesome. So yeah, so anybody who uses the Dev2 API, if you aren't aware, there is a Dev2 API for starters. If you go to docs.forum.com, I think if you type API in the search, it should pull you towards the API documentation. But yeah, this is great. There's been some great projects that have come out from the dev.2 API. There's been some stuff in userland where people made some cool widgets. I know there's a feature. It's kind of baked in, but if you come to settings here in your, I think it's miscellaneous, down at the bottom. Publishing. I can't remember where it is in here, but well, there's your API keys, which you can register for one, and then you can use it. But there's another section here where you can integrate with a platform called StackBit, and it allows you to uh, use kind of Dev as a headless CMS, and you can use it to power your blog. So that's actually
Mm-hmm.
how my blog works. I was using my own
Yeah.
stuff before with Gatsby, but now I took this template that allows me to write on Dev, and it publishes to my. I still have a Gatsby blog, but it's a template now. But it's a cool project,
Nice.
and there's some. If you look on the, if you just do a search on Dev for dev.2 API or Dev API, you should see some posts about other interesting things folks have been doing with it.
Yeah.
Uh,
And that's one of the areas that we're asking people maybe to help out with in Hacktoberfest or beyond is we're just kind of trying to work on improving that more, especially just what the API is and how to use it. So,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
I think
yeah, did
we
you
have
want
a
to go?
yeah, yeah. No, I was before I talk about Ermella, I was just gonna say we do have a post I think about the projects we're working on for Hacktoberfest.
Mhm. Yep,
Yeah, maybe if we
I
can
get
throw
that.
that into the just into the Twitch chat for folks to take a peek at.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
so next up, Ermella had a PR for allowing the glitch ID to start with a tilde. I haven't used glitch myself, so I'm assuming this is just a naming convention in some of the URLs that are used for glitch when it's a Twitch embed, probably. So thanks a lot for that, Ermella.
It's
And
also, by the way, I did read through that one a little bit. So I was trying to read through some of these, and that one was another good one where people were talking back and forth and kind of coming up with ideas because the initial PR wasn't the best way to go about it after they figured out some stuff. So that's a good one too to check out if you want to see kind of how to communicate back and forth and how to contribute to open source.
yeah, no, that's cool. And we talked about that. We're streaming all the time, but Christina and I were on the Raise.dev stream today with my coworker Erin Amana, and she was talking about her thought process and stuff, and not just jumping right into coding. Look at the problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, so definitely check that out. And I think we're at the end here. And then we got some shout outs from Gracie. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I think we're done. I just want to show this animated GIF because it just says you're awesome. So I'm gonna give a thumbs up.
Yes.
Cool. So we're done for today, I think, Christina. But tomorrow we've got some stuff going on, I think.
Yeah,
We
tomorrow
got
we are going to be on with Lisa, who works on design at Dev at Forem, and she's going to be walking us through kind of just the design system that they have, crayons, if you don't know what that is, a bunch of stuff like that. And we'll also be streaming on Thursday with one of the community members who put in a PR this week, so Rachel, and so that will be a lot of fun.
yeah, and I think that's gonna be a liquid tag we're working on. The
Yep.
Yeah,
Twitch
yeah,
liquid tag. So yeah,
yeah.
appropriate, kind of meta.
Yeah. I think she created the initial PR that got merged. It was for one of the embeddable types of Twitch, but we thought it'd be
Hmm.
interesting. She's gonna work on there's other embeddable types you can have for Twitch, so I think it's gonna make for a great
Yeah.
example in the code base for future contributors that end up working on a liquid tag that might have more than one embeddable type. Because as far as I know, all the other ones, except for maybe GitHub, but I think even the
Hmm.
GitHub one might just be the one embeddable type and it knows how to show a issue or a repo. But yeah,
No,
so looking
actually, that
forward
needs
to that.
improvement because we had that problem
Okay.
recently.
Oh
So
yeah,
that
okay.
does need another type. You can do PRs, but it won't grab the issues.
Okay, gotcha. So there's that too. So definitely check out the issues on the forum code base on GitHub. And I
Yes,
think
sorry, I just
yeah,
saw a comment. She is also a streamer on Twitch. She has her own Twitch channel, and we'll be sharing that out on Thursday too. But she is on Twitch, and I think she's got quite a bit of a following, so she does a lot of videos, and she streamed like 10 hours of herself doing this this dev thing that she did. So definitely check her out as well. Her name is Rachel Wright Munn. I think she's at Chell Codes. Was that her Twitch? We can find it and put it in the chat in just a
yeah, I'm
minute.
pretty sure. Yeah, we'll pop that in there. Yeah, I gave her a follow
Yep.
the other day. Yeah, I think she's got like about 7,000 something followers already. So shout out to you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
having that. Cool. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, and definitely looking forward to talking design and some front end stuff with Lisa tomorrow. So
Yeah.
cool. All right. Well, I think we're all done here. Time to wrap it up. Just like put the lid on things, I guess, or shut it down, or I don't know. Make cool hand gestures, stuck in a box.
Go
I
get
don't know.
lunch. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you later.
Bye.